and we are live again, life again. We are live again. Yes, we live again. Every moment is important to live with strong power, and every moment of our life is very important. And there are a story. There is a word. Live your moment like this moment is only one moment for you. Uh, it means uh, this moment is great, and maybe one what you can understand in only one moment, maybe you cannot understand in whole the life, because there are a lot of moments like insights in our life, and there are a lot of another moments in our life that are very boring. But now I want to discuss about something, a story that I love much, this story, and I'm very happy to discuss about it. And also I think this story helps me a lot, and maybe this story will help you a lot. Uh, I was the church on Sunday, and I heard a story about Jesus Christ. And this story is the parable of the Great Supper. Supper. Uh, it's a parable about a dinner. You can go in the Bible and New Testament and look, and you can discover this parable is Luke 14, 16 and 24. Luke chapter 14, and the paragraphs are between 16 and 24. The parable of the Great Supper. And this parable, I invite you to discover it, to read and think about it, but I try to say a few words about this story. A man, a certain man, like me, like you, like another, uh, wanted to have a lunch, not lunch, a dinner. And he wanted to have a party with his friends, him friends. And he prepared a lot of foods, and when all things were ready, he sent him servant, his servant, he is not him, he's correct grammatical. I'm sorry for my mistakes, grammar my mistakes. He sent his servant to bring in the dinner, in the supper, great supper, his friends. But friends just didn't want to come and to join with our man at the dinner. And one first just said to him, I have bought a piece of ground and I must needs go and see it. That means this friend is rich because he had money, and with this money just bought a land. small land, big land, I don't know, but a piece of ground. And second friend, another said, I have bought 5 yoke of oxen, and I go to prove them. I pray to have me excused. And the third friend said, another third, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. And after that, our man just sent the servants to bring all people that are in the street to come and his house to have this supper, to have this dinner for joy, for be happy, for joying, for be happy. We know uh, you can read this, maybe you know about this story, uh, but I want to think only one point uh, for third servant, for third friend. Uh, I have married a wife, and therefore I cannot come. Um, Here I think is about family. How can the family uh, be an obstacle for ourselves to be with God? Because, for example, this man, this friend, uh, was married with a wife. We can think now about a woman that married with a man, and that woman cannot be at this supper, this great supper, because he and she doesn't have a good moon, a good feelings to be joy in this way, to be glad in this way. And maybe I try to understand and to think a positive answer. Okay, I'm married with a wife. I'm married with a man. With my husband. We can go there together because I'm very happy. I am very glad because I am married. To be married is very good for my life, and I can be very happy with my husband, with my wife, and I can go with. We can go together at your dinner and to be together for joy, for being glad, uh, for this beautiful food, no, very good food for body and also for mind. But when the family is broken, uh, if a people, if a person doesn't have a family, uh, if you don't have a family and you are very upset and angry, maybe furious because you are not married, uh, this suffer can be a big obstacle, can be a big gap between you and God, because we know this man, uh, this rich man, why this man is rich? Because this man has a servant, maybe a few servants, but this man has a servant. This man has enough money to prepare a big dinner, to prepare a big supper. That means this man, our man, is very rich. He's not a poor man. Uh, if we read the Bible and the words of God, we discover that the Jesus Christ every time speak about joy, about rulers, a master, that this master is very rich, is like emperor, is like a king, is like a king, and God is very rich. God is like a king. God is like an emperor. And our man is very rich because our man has a lot of foods, has like a castle, no? A big house, has a lot of servants, uh, has wife, maybe has children, no? Our man is very rich. And also God is very rich because our world is created by God, and what are in our world is created by God and is in these properties of God. No, we can think this in this way. But I try to think about family and how family can be uh, a big gap between us and God. Uh, if you are a father, if you are a father and you have children, but you are blocked in your job, and when you arrived in your house, you don't have time, you don't have a good feelings in your heart, you don't have a good thought in your mind to discuss with children, with your boy, or with with your daughter. In this way, you are very upset, you are very angry, uh, you are alone in your house. You cannot have a good relationship between you and children because you are very tired and you don't have time to discuss with children, and in this way you remain alone, and between you and God is a big gap. And in this way the family and your relationships between you and your neighbors, your your relatives, your wife, your children, if you are a man and a father, is also a gap uh, between you and God. And your answer is like this man that just they said, I pray to you, have me excused. No, have me excused. I cannot go with you. I cannot go there. Okay, I cannot go in my inner thoughts, in my heart, and in my mind to discuss with, with God, to be joy with God, to have this big joy, to be in relationships with God. No? Another situation, because I want to discuss and to think about this concept of family. What means family? Because if I married, if I have, for example, if I am a man and I have a wife, I have children. What does it means for me to have a family, to have a children, to have a wife, but in a good way, because I want to be with my children, with my wife, I want to be with God in this big dinner. in this beautiful and big supper? No? This is a good answer. I want to be with God and this big supper and this big and beautiful dinner with God, but not alone. I want to be with my children, with my family, with my wife, with my mother, with my brother, no, with my sisters, with with my father-in-law, mother-in-law, no, because I have a small family, but also I have a big family, and I want to be there with my entire family to be in this joy at this dinner, this beautiful supper. This is a good answer, but it's possible to have a bad answer. If I'm blocked in my suffer and I cannot be in joy, I cannot be glad, and all the time I live in this stressful life. I have in my mind a lot of bad thoughts. I don't have space in my soul for the Word of God. I cannot have a good mood, a good feelings, a good thought to go and my dinner with God. It's not possible to do this. But this is a bad answer. But it's possible to have a good answer. No, God is eternal, and our days are accounted, are limited, because we live in a very little and small life, uh, and God eternal. I can understand, and I want to understand that the God every day comes me and my family and you to have this big and beautiful supper, this beautiful dinner with Him. How is possible? If you are a father and you have a children and wife, in the evening, in the night, you can put your family at a big table with a beautiful foods. And if you pray together, if you think together with God, that means your food, your table, your family, your uh, things, no, your food is blessed by God. You can consider, you can try to consider and think your meal, your dinner is just a blessed by God, is can be a big joy. It's like this dinner, it's like this big supper of our man, of our rich man, like a king, like an emperor, like a master. No, it's possible to have this understanding of situation of our life, and also in relationships with God, and also have an understanding of these parables. Parable of this parable of uh, great supper. And another way, if you are a mom, if you are a wife for your husband, how is possible to have a good answer uh, for this special dinner, for this special supper? How is possible? Because it's very interesting to understand, to bring in our time this understanding of parables and words of Jesus Christ. If you are a mom, if you are a wife for your husband, it's so beautiful to prepare uh, delicious foods for your family, and at your table, no? Together with your husband and your children, to work together for this dinner and to joy together for this dinner, but not only that, to pray and to consider your dinner like a blessed of God, and also to be in these relationships with God, and to bring in your soul and the soul of your husband and the soul of your children this happiness, this beautiful words and this beautiful mood of God. No? It's possible to have a good answer of this dinner. But how is possible to have a bad answer with this in front of these parables, in front of uh, uh, this situation? No. Uh, for example, you are a mom, and every time you work, and your work is very hard, because we know the mother is first in the kitchen. Mother had work a lot for clean the houses, for wash clothes, to take care about children, to take care about husband. The work and the job of mom is eternal, is without endless, is with endless, without endless. And you can be very upset, very tired. You can be very angry, very furious, because you don't receive a help. You are not helped in your job. Your husband is far away from you. Your children didn't uh, didn't help you with your food. Um, your husband doesn't respect you. Your children didn't respect you. Did not respect you. How is possible to be in a good mood? How is possible to be joy in front of God? How is possible to have this dinner with a big joy, with a big glad, no? In this big and beautiful dinner and uh, great supper, no? With God. It's not possible, because your life is very hard. You are very suffer. You are alone in your life. But if you try to convince your husband, your children, to put together uh, around Jesus Christ, around the Word of God, maybe in this way you and your family can be stronger, can be more happy. Maybe happiness will be in your house, because God helps you in every moment, in every time. We can, and you can change uh, the things in your family. No, this is a good job for a man, for a father. It's a good job for a mother to bring the word of God in her family, for her children, for her husband. No, maybe together can go at this beautiful dinner with God. This is a big and very beautiful answer. No, is yes. Not is it's not. In another way, if you are a children, if you are a child, if you are a student, if you are a teenager, and you every time want to discover new things, new meanings of life, and you discover how beautiful is God, and how beautiful is the words of Bible. You discover a beautiful world of mind and soul. But if you are in these relationships of God with God, can you go at dinner or not? I think you can, because it's your interest, it's your curiosity, it's your meaning for discover new things, new ideas, new feelings, new experience. Because this activity to reading and thinking about the Word of God is a beautiful activity for mind. But if you are a teenager that you are not want, you don't want to learn, you don't want to be a good student at school, you don't want to be in a good relationship with your mother and to be in a good relationship with your God, with your father, can you be with a big joy in your family? I think not. You cannot be joy in your family if you are every time with this revolt, uh, you are against in your father and your mother, you are against in your family. Your family just you think is your enemies. It's not possible to be in a big joy in your family. And also it's not possible to be in a big joy with God. Your answer will be not, because you live every time in this conflict with yourself, because you are in conflict with your parents, with your mother and father, you are in conflict with yourself, and you cannot be joy, because you will try to discover another good relationships in outside of your family, and that is not good, because mother and father love you without condition, without conditions. You remember that every time. If you are a student but you don't like to learn, you don't like to discover new meanings of life, you cannot be joy, you cannot be glad, because every time you will be in suffer, every time you feel very bad, every time you are alone, and your loneliness is very bad. You feel that your loneliness can be destroyed you. This is not good. But you try to believe in God. Your moon is changed. It changes. Your thoughts are changed. And if you are so far to God and His words, you can be so glad, so happy to go at this dinner. No? If you are a student and your life is bad, is so far, you don't follow the Jesus Christ, this this dinner is not good for you. It's not your interest. No? You'll be very far about this, about it. Another way, if you are a woman, but you are divorced, if you are a woman with child or 2 children and you are divorced, you are a big suffer because you are alone. And every time you work and you must be for your children mother and father together, but a mother cannot be never a father for her children. This is very hard life, and is a big sin that if you are a father and you don't care your children, it's a big sin. It's a big sin. It's very bad for children. If you are divorced, if you leave your children and if you leave your wife, your children are destroyed forever. Because you like a woman and you like a man, maybe you'll recover your life, but children, the sufferer children, will destroy these children. Your children never will be like another children that are in a good family, with more life, with more love, and also with God. Try to think about this. And if you are a woman and wife, but you are not a wife, if you are just a mom for your children, and they put in your heart a lot of suffer, a lot of loneliness, you every time just work a lot. Can you be in this joy of God? How is possible to be with God? Maybe God is your power, is your strength. If you are a mom alone with the children, God is your strength, is your power. If you try to be happy and very powerful, and if you are every time in these relationships with God, and every time to pray, you in the evening, in the night, you with your children, you can go together to be in happiness and to be glad at this big and special dinner, big supper of God. Just think about this. How big is this thing? To be happy if you are alone with your children. To be happy and in every special moment to be with God at this special dinner with your children. That is beautiful. To be with your children at the dinner with God. To be with God in your dinner in the night. To be with God with your children is very beautiful. It's very powerful. And in this way, the family is not a gap between you and God if you are a destroyed family. No, because you are alone and divorced. You are with children. No, this is very bad thing. But you must be very powerful. Also, you are a man and you are alone with your children because your wife just leaves you and leave your children. How is possible to be with God? Because your suffer, your loneliness is a big gap between you and God, and you cannot go at this dinner to be happy, to be glad. It's not possible, but maybe it's possible. If you try to have this power with God, And if God is your strength, no, you and your children at the table, at the dinner, you can be with God, and you can be very happy. Just think about this. Just read this parable. Just think about this parable and how it's possible to bring this parable in your life. Another situation. You are not a family because you are not married never. Maybe you are a woman, maybe you are a man. Because you are alone, you suffer a lot. Because you don't have a family. If you are a man, you don't have a woman to love you. If you are a woman, you don't have a man to love you, for loves you. You are alone. Can you go to be joy and very joyful, very, very helpful, uh, very help, very joyful at this dinner with God? No, because your answer is no, because you are connected with only your suffer, only with your loneliness, only with your uh, hard work. You want to work a lot, a lot, a lot, and if you go at your house is empty. In your house, uh, uh, never, never wait for you. Uh, no, doesn't exist. Doesn't a man to waiting for you. Your house is empty, and you are very stressful because the situation. No, how is possible to be with God, to have this joy and glad at this dinner, at this beautiful dinner? No, because if you think the God is your strength, is your power, you can be happy. If you are alone, you can be happy. No, you can go at this big dinner, at this party, this big party with God. No, you can live, you can have a good life. You can be like a monk, like a nurse. No, if you are a man, you can be like a monk. If you are a woman, you can be like a monk, like a nurse. Because there are a lot of men and women that lives in monastery. We are not in monastery. We are live here we live here in the world, in our world, in our houses. We are alone. What is the problem? No? We can be happy. We can be glad to be every time at this big supper, big dinner with God. No? I think it's very possible. Don't be every time very upset, very angry and furious, to have every time this uh, to have this hate, no, in your soul, because you can hate a lot of men, and you can hate a lot of women because you are alone, and it's not possible to discover, to find a woman and a man for her soul, no, for her life. But it's possible to be like a monk in this way, like a monk, no, like a monastery. they are a good example for us. They are every time in work and prayer, but we can also to have a good job, to work a lot at the our jobs, and also we can be like a monk in our soul. It's not possible. And in this way we can discover this joy to be with God, to follow the words of Jesus Christ, and this way, this kind life maybe is very good. It's not necessary to be and suffer a lot because I am alone and you are alone. No? This invitation of God is very beautiful. Uh, there are a lot of situations in this concept of family. Um, I want to think something is not good, but it's a very, very dangerous and uh, situations very ugliness, very ugly situation. Uh, when you, like a woman and a man, you have a lot of relationships only for satisfaction. Uh, these are this situation, these relationships only for a short time is so stupid. Are so stupidity in this behavior. For what? But these relationships are a lot. We live in this type of relationships. This is a big sin in my point of view. For what I will meet for what I want to meet with a man, for what? Only for sin? This is a big stupidity. If I don't want to be in a good relationship with a man, and to discover that man maybe is good for me to have a family. If I'm not have this goal, for what I mean, I go to be together with a man and also with a woman. For what? This is a big stupidity. But I think it's a big dangerous for our time, because in this way, don't commit adultery. This commandment, don't commit adultery, because this commandment is broken. A lot of families are broken, and a lot of children are alone and suffer. A lot of women and a lot of men are alone because this commandment is not in right, it's broken. And if this commandment is broken, it's not possible to have love, to have family, to have trust each other. It's a big stupidity in our life. Is I don't know what to say, but that situation is very bad. And if I want to think about this world, about the relationships between men and women, this big sin between us just destroy our happiness. We can be happy if we don't respect And if we don't follow 10 commandments, it's not possible to be happy in this world without God, with without the rules of God, without 10 commandments. Maybe in future these aspects will be solved. I don't know. Maybe it will be more bad. But it's so important to have and center the Word of God and have in our life this invitation to be at this big dinner, this famous dinner with God. And this beautiful dinner can be every time, can be in every day. Because every day of us is a big blessed of God. We are blessed because we are alive. And our life, every life of each people on earth is just a miracle. It's just a big secret. It's just a miracle. It's a good miracle. It's a sacred miracle of life. It's very good to understand and think about this. I wanted to think about family and how family can be a big gap between us and God, and also how family can be a big joy and a big glad to be with entire family at this great supper of God. I don't know, but it's beautiful. I like so much this parable. This parable, the parable of the Great Supper. I was the church and Cernica here in Bucharest, and it's a beautiful monastery. In very old, this monastery in Bucharest, and I wrote a novel Gabriel, and my character Raphael, for example, goes more times at monastery, Cernica monastery, and in this place, my character Raphael discover her peace, because if we if we read a lot the New Testament and the Word of God, we discover a lot of words of Jesus Christ that this my peace I give you. Don't be afraid. Joy, be glad. Joy, be glad. Many times. Because the word of Jesus Christ are very beautiful and very powerful words for our soul. And this parable gives me a lot of joy, a lot of hope, a lot of good thought in my mind. And it's very powerful because I think it's so full of hope, full of hope to have this invitation of God to be happy, because the reality is the same. You can You can change the reality, but you can't change yourself. You can choose to be happy because you are created by God, because you pray a lot, because your hope is in the hands of God, because your life, uh, because your life is in hand of God, the hands of God, and you can be happy because you are created by God, and every day of your life is just a blessed of God. Your job is a blessed of God. Your healthy is a blessed of God. Your money is a blessed of God. Your friends is a blessed of God. Your happiness is a blessed of God. All your life is a blessed of God. It's so beautiful, it's so healthy, it's so good to be happy because you are created by God. And I think it's a big choice for you. Also, you can be every time upset. You can be every time furious with a lot of bad things, with a lot of feelings of hate. You can disapprove, and you can have a bad eyes for your colleague, for another colleague, for your friends. You can have in your soul a lot of envy because that woman is more beautiful than you, is more clever than you, is more rich than you. Uh, Maybe he and she has a beautiful car, and your car is not so beautiful. Maybe you are not car. You can have, you can keep in your heart a lot of bad thoughts in your mind, and in your heart a lot of bad feelings. But these feelings doesn't allow you to joy to be at this beautiful dinner of God, of our man in the Bible, in the parable of Jesus Christ. I invite you to discover my books. All my books are published on Amazon. You can go there to buy a book written by me and discover a lot of ideas that I try to write in my books, because I'm a Christian writer, and I try to understand the meanings of life. Uh, and for me, the Christianity and the pray and fight in God is a very beautiful, very special feelings in our life. Is in mind. It's not just an social aggressivity, social. It's, it's not possible to think like a Christian. You are uh, you are a hunter of ideas, or you are you hate so much our world. You hate so much another people. I invite you to discover my books directly on Amazon. VictoriaDutu.com also is my website. You can go there, and you can download my novel Gabriel. There I remember you. Uh, I created a strong, very strong character, Raphael, and I invite to discover this character. Maybe you will discover some similitude between you and my character Raphael. And I invite you to donate €5 for my activity. But you can also download first and read my book, and if you consider and if you want to help me, you'll discover my PayPal or my bank account or Visa or Revolut. Also, I invite you to go on Amazon because there are all my books. I have also a lot of art albums. You can discover my landscape, spiritual artwork or angels, blue angels. A lot of abstract art, abstract landscapes. I'm Victoria Dutu, and now I wish you to be happy, to be strong, uh, to be many times at this beautiful dinner with God. I invite you to go and read these parables, this parable of Jesus Christ, the parable of Great Supper. And I wish you to be happy, healthy, strong, and God bless you. Thank you very much because you follow me, you listen me, uh, you think. I invite you to think about these ideas because my video are like a dialogue between me and you. I consider you my reader, my friend, especially my reader, because if you go on my website, you will discover my novel, and also you discover another because I put there a lot of paintings and art album. You will discover there, and I try to make a video one night in Romanian, another night in English, and I wish you to be happy, to be strong, to be healthy, and God bless you, God bless us. Thank you a lot, and good night and good day, good evening and good morning. Thank you.